Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. Amma ba'du fa'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. وَاعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا وَبِذِي الْقُرْبَى واليتامى والمساكين والجار ذي القربى والجار الجنب والصاحب بالجنب وابن السبيل وما ملكت أيمانكم آمنت بالله صدق الله مولانا العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك لمن الشاكرين والشاهدين والحمد لله رب العالمين. ببركة إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. درود شريف اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا وشفينا ومولانا محمد عبدك ورسولك ونبيك وصل على المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات. Each and every one of you join in as-salat was-salamu alayka ya sayyidi ya Rasulullah wa ala alika wa ashabika ya sayyidi ya khataman nabiyyin. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami deena wa bi Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam rasula wa nabiyyan. Honorable and respectable brothers and sisters, elders, lovable youngsters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I welcome each and every one of you to our daily dars from Riyadh Al-Saliheen min kalami Sayyidil Mursaleen sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, where throughout this month of Mahi Ramadan, we have tried on a daily basis to go through a chapter from this renowned masterpiece compiled by the great Imam Abu Zakaria An-Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala. Aaj ka mawzu and today's topic of discussion is in relation to kindness to parents and maintaining ties of kinship. So this is chapter number 40 in Riyadh Al-Saliheen. Yesterday there was no dars, and on Monday we had a discussion regarding the importance of and the virtues and excellences of seeking knowledge. And if you have missed any of these daily durus, durusi ahadith mubarakah, then you will find all the videos on Naveed Sound UK YouTube channel and Facebook page as well. Puri koshish karo that you watch these videos, benefit from these durus, and ultimately make niyat to do amal upon what you listen to, what you hear. Here at the beginning of this chapter, Imam Abu Zakaria An-Nawawi mentions 6 verses from Al-Quran Al-Kareem. Those of you who are familiar with this book and this masterpiece, and those of you who've been watching our durus regularly, will know that every chapter there are those verses of the Quran mentioned by Imam An-Nawawi in relation to the topic. So how many verses? 6 verses at the beginning of this chapter. Chapter number 40. Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala says in Surah An-Nisa, verse number 36, the verse that I recited in the khutbah, وَاعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَلَا تُشْرِكُوا بِهِ شَيْئًا. That worship Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala and ascribe no one as partners with Him. Yani ascribe none as partners. और ये बुनियादी अकीदा है, inna Allah ta'ala wahidun la sharika lahu, that indeed Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala is one and Allah Almighty has no partners. Allah Almighty has no sharik. And straight after this, Surah An-Nisa verse 36, straight after this, Allah Almighty, after mentioning His uluhiyyat and wahdaniyat and ububiyyat, yes, ubudiyyat, it is important that we understand that Allah Ta'ala says, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Yes, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. So Allah Almighty begins by saying that worship Allah and ascribe no one as partners with Him, and be kind to your parents. So straight after mentioning the importance of worshipping Allah, Allah Almighty says what? Be kind to your parents. अपने वालिदैन के साथ नरमी, शफकत, प्यार, मोहब्बत, रहमत करना, ये जरूरी है, ये जरूरी है, ये लाजिम है. This is compulsory, necessary upon each and every one of us, that we show compassion and mercy towards our parents, and we are kind and we are gentle towards them. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا وَبِذِي الْقُرْبَى. And not just our parents, but also our relatives as well. وَالْيَتَامَى, and the orphans. وَالْمَسَاكِينِ, and the poor. وَالْجَارِ ذِي الْقُرْبَى, and those neighbors who are near to us. وَالْجَارِ الْجُنُبِ, and those neighbors who are distant and far from us. وَالصَّاحِبِ بِالْجَنْبِ, and a companion who travels with us, who is by our side. وَابْنِ السَّبِيلِ, and travelers. وَمَا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُكُمْ, and those which are in our possession. So an extensive list here in this verse from Surah An-Nisa in relation to those who we should be kind to. And at the top of the list is that we should be kind to our parents, first and foremost. First and foremost. So we as Muslims, we are obligated, we are required to maintain family ties. To maintain family ties. And the one who breaks family ties is sinful, or gunagar hai, the one who breaks family ties. So family ties should be strengthened by visiting your relatives, visiting your family members, exchanging gifts with them, overlooking and forgiving their faults and shortcomings, and dealing with them kindly. एक दूसरे के साथ नरमी इख्तियार करना, और सुलह rahim. Sulah Rahim is very important in Islam. Yes. So this is obligatory upon each and every one of us. Khas or in relation to our walidain. They have a greater right over you and me than any of our relatives. Kada kada sunne hai na, kyun asabi maashre which community which rehne hai, that sometimes children give more rights to their aunties and uncles, Masi or Mama or Chacha or Taya or whoever it may be. They give more right to their relatives and family members than they do to their own parents, to their own walidain. Ye galt hai. Ye galt hai. Yes. Nobody has a greater right over you and me than our mother and our father. Or walidaini izzat karo, walidaini ihtaram karo. And again, living in the day and age that we live in, we find that youngsters are putting their parents into care homes, old people homes, Muslims, Muslim youth, Nojawan Nasal, who are driven by money and a lust for power and status, and they are driven by their baqaida, kya hai uski, by their need for a career, a good job. Yes. Often what happens is that they neglect the rights of their parents. And this is against the ta'limat of Al-Quran Al-Kareem and the ta'limat of Rasul Akram Huzur Jane Jana Lajpal Nabi Kareem Rasul Sallallahu Ta'ala Alayhi Wasallam. So it's important we understand as children the rights of our parents, walidain ki huquq, and that we Mazrat, we fulfill their rights. We fulfill their rights. एक है हुकूकुल वालिदैन और एक है हुकूकुल वालिदैन. Yes. So we have the rights of the parents, and then we have not fulfilling the rights of the parents. And sadly and unfortunately, many would fall into hukukul walidain, ain ke saath, hukukul walidain, where we fail to fulfill the rights of the parents. So it's important that we remind ourselves in light of Quran and Sunnah, what is our responsibility towards our walidain. Agri ayat mein, Suratul Nisa, again, Suratul Nisa, pehli ayat, Suratul Nisa mein, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ الَّذِي تَسَاءَلُونَ بِهِ وَالْأَرْحَامِ. Fear Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala, in whose name you ask of one another, and be mindful of your relatives. Be mindful of your relatives. Agri ayat mein Surah Al-Ra'd, verse number 21. وَالَّذِينَ يَصِلُونَ مَا أَمَرَ اللَّهُ بِهِ أَن يُوصَلَ. Allah Almighty says that those who join that which Allah has commanded, that it be joined. Yes. Meaning maintaining family ties. Maintaining family ties is what Allah Almighty has commanded. So it is our responsibility, our duty to maintain them ties. Yes. Surah Al-Ankabut, verse number 8. وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ حُسْنًا. And we commanded man to be good to his parents. Yeah. Sarih ayat of the Quran where Allah Ta'ala has given us this clear hukam and order that we should be good to our walidain. Acha suluk, acha kirdar. Or khas taur in Surah Bani Israel, Surah Al-Isra, Surah number 17, verses 23 and 24, Allah Almighty gives us the ways and educates us in relation to how we should be good to our parents, how we should be merciful to them. وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فَلَا تَقُل لَّهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا وَقُل لَّهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا واخفض لهما جناح الذل من الرحمة وقل رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. Yes. وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ. Your sustainer has commanded that you worship only him. Again, Allah Almighty at the beginning of these verses always begins by mentioning the importance of worshipping Allah alone. And do not ascribe partners with Allah. Do not do shirk. Do not do sharik with Allah Ta'ala. And then straight after, like we did and mentioned earlier, Surah An-Nisa, verse number 36. Here in Surah number 17, verse 23, Allah Almighty again says that you should be kind to your parents. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Kya? وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Be kind to your parents. Be kind to your parents. And then Allah Almighty tells us how we be kind to them, how we be good to them, how we show and fulfill the rights of our parents and show good akhlaq towards them. And Allah Almighty says at the beginning, number one is that if any one of them or both of them reach an old age in your lifetime, then do not even say uff to them. Meaning do not answer them back. Do not frown at them. Do not disrespect them in any way. You'll have to say uff would be interpreted in terms of its meaning within the urf, or within custom. So whatever is not accepted within custom amongst the people, that is what you should avoid. And it's not accepted that we swear at one another, that we use bad language towards one another, that we are crude towards one another. So in this regard, it is not accepted that these things are done towards parents. But we see this today. Nikke nikke je bacche apne walidain ke saath badtamizi, beadabi, jawab wapas dene, gaaliyan kadne, and these things should be avoided. Yes, this is not the way of the Muslims. This is not the way of the Muslims. Rather, the way of a Muslim is to honor, love, and be kind towards the mother and the father. Walidain have a right over you and me. Aur ye yaad rakho that our relationship and rishta with the walidain is very limited in terms of time. Itna time ta nahi. Koi walidain alhamdulillah live for a long period of time. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala gives tawfiq and gives mawqa to the children to do khidmat of their walidain. Sometimes and often it is the case. Father will pass away whilst the children are young. Yes. Mother will pass away whilst the children are in middle age, adult years. Mera saab, like, 2 saal pehle my father passed away. I'm only 31. My father was 51 years old when he left this dunya. For very limited time, chand lamhat and few moments to do khidmat of our walidain. Ye waqt zaya na karo, boj na samjho. Don't think that it's a burden or a punishment from Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala ma'adallah. Nahi, ye ek khidmat karne ka mauka hai. Dua lene ka ek zariya hai. And it is a means of attaining the mercy of Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala. In that household, jis ghar mein buzurg walidain na, ye the guarantee hai that Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala's mercy and rahmat is showering upon those people in that household. So rahmat or yani ek zariya hai na, it is one of the ways of attaining the mercy of Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala. So jawab na diyo, beadabi, gustakhi or is trikanal. Do not disrespect or dishonor your parents in any way. And Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala says that do not scold them. Do not scold them. Rather speak to them with respect. Walidain izzat karo. Walidain ke saath muhabbat karo. Walidain ke saath acha suluk o kirdar rakho. Yes. Allah Almighty says that lower before them the wings of humility out of compassion. And number 4, make dua. Make dua for your walidain. Ye mashhoor dua hai. If you don't know this dua, learn this dua. That Rabbi irhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira. That, O sustainer, O my Lord, show mercy upon them, to them, as they raised me when I was little. Rabbi irhamhuma kama rabbayani saghira. So walidain wasta dua mango. Je walidain dunya to chale gaye, dua maghfirat bahut zaruri hai. Like we make dua maghfirat 5 times a day in our salah. Rabbi ighfirli wa li walidayya wa lil mu'minina yawma yaqumul hisab. और मेरे बहुत ही प्यारे साथी और संगी जिनका name comes as TW, making dua for my father. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala bless you, my dear brother. जिन्होंने वालिदैन दुनिया तो चले गए ना, साउना वास्ते ही दुआ मांगने हैं. अल्लाह तबारक व तआला उन्होंने वालिदैन ने दरजात बुलंद करन. ये एक बहुत प्यारा रिश्ता है, बहुत प्यारा रिश्ता between the children and the parents, between the children. So मौका है अपनी वालिदैन की खिदमत करो. You would have heard the famous story of Musa alayhi salam when he asked Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala that, oh my Lord, who will be my companion? Who will be my sati, my rafiq in Jannatul Firdaus? And Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala, in light of His Majesty, by way of revelation, told Musa alayhi salam to go to the marketplace and observe and see and witness the actions of a butcher. And Musa alayhi salam did exactly this. They went to the marketplace, they began observing the affairs and how the butcher would conduct his daily routine. And he noticed that he would leave the good meat to one side and he would give the normal standard meat to the customers. And then at the end of the day, when he closes his shop, he's going towards his house. Musa alayhi salam follows. And then Baqaida, Musa alayhi salam, after a short while, knocks on the door, and this individual opens the door. And when Musa alayhi salam enters into the house, he sees and he notices that this individual is looking after his old, frail mother and father. That he's combing the hair, of his father, and whilst blindfolded, he is giving his mother a bath, he's giving his father a bath, tel shel lane and sara kuch karne. This aulad should do khidmat of their walidain. Aajkal ni aulad nahi, jis hame pehle arz kita, the basi care home is secure. Asa kol ni smalo na, ha? Nu ami aane jiyo, asa kol ni boj uthano na, e bo nikalni, ha? Bo nikalni. Ye gal tarika hai. Ye Islam ka taur tarika nahi. This isn't the way of the Muslims. Islam teaches you and me, Quran ki talimat or Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam ki talimat is that we love and honor and respect our walidain. That our parents are a means of mercy for us. Ye riwayat hai na, little bit further on. Raghima anfu thumma raghima anfu thumma raghima anfu man adraka abawayhi indal kibari ahaduhuma aw kilahuma فَلَمْ يَدْخُلِ الْجَنَّةَ. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Abu Huraira is the Ravi, Sahih Muslim Sharif ki riwayat. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam 3 times said that may that person be disgraced, may that person be disgraced, may that person be disgraced. Which person? Either one or both of his parents reach an old age, yet through them he is not able to enter into paradise. And this Hadith Sharif teaches you and me that being kind to parents by serving them or by spending on them during their old age, this is a means of one's entry into paradise. Walidaini khidmat karo, walidaini khidmat karo. और ये जन्नत का एक आसान तरीका है, यानी जन्नत हासिल करने का एक आसान तरीका है. Yes, and the one who is negligent of this regard or in this regard, he forfeits this excellent opportunity. So it's important that we understand that walidain boj na samjho. Don't consider them to be a burden. Rather, look after your parents. Whether they're young, whether they're old, look after your parents. So when Musa alayhi salam saw this, the person, after attending to the needs of his parents, he turns his attention towards Musa alayhi salam and asks Musa alayhi salam that, who are you? Where have you come from? And Musa alayhi salam responds by saying that I am the Prophet of Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala. My name is Musa alayhi salam. Banda uthai paira vich pee gaya, kadme vich pee gaya. Began to cry. Musa alayhi salam said, why are you crying? Wajah kya hai? The person said that as I was doing khidmat of my Walida Majida and my noble father, my parents would make this dua for me. Kyun? Je dua walidain karne na, Allah tabarak wa ta'ala wo dua rad nahi karne. Allah doesn't reject that prayer which is made by the mother and father. Albatta Allah tabarak wa ta'ala accepts them prayers. And what prayers were the mother and father of this individual making? They were making this dua. They were making this dua. And that, Ya Allah, allow our son to be the companion of Musa alayhi salam in Jannatul Firdaus. And this is exactly what happened. माँ प्यो ने दुआ का धनी रात ये कोशिश करो अपने वालिदैन की खिदमत करो ववस्सैनल इंसान बिवालिदैहि हमलतहु उम्मुहु वहनन अला वहनिन वफिसालुहु फी आमैन अन इश्कुर ली वलिवालिदैक. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala says in Surah Luqman, verse number 14, that we gave man instructions regarding his parents. His mother carried him in weakness upon weakness, and his weaning is within 2 years. So be grateful to me and to your parents as well. Khuda ka shukr karo aur walidain ka bhi shukr karo. Ye Quran ka hukam hai. Walidain shukr karo. How can we possibly repay our mother who carried us in her stomach for 9 months, then gave birth to us, then looked after us, took care of us, fed us, clothed us, bathed us, wiped our nose, wiped our tears. Walidaini bahut badi khidmat hai. Walida khas taur aur walid sahab bhi going out, earning rizq halal, keeping a roof over our heads, putting food on the dastarkhan. These things we have to understand and appreciate. So Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala says Anishkur li, mera shukr karo. And we discussed the importance of gratitude last week, or ghaliban on the weekend. Wa walidayka, and also be grateful to your parents as well. So these were 6 verses from Al-Quran Al-Kareem. The mera time itha hi pura ho gaya. चंद अहादीस मुबारक पेश करने हैं, फिर इजाजत लेने हैं। ये बुखारी शरीफ और मुस्लिम शरीफ में है। सैयदना अब्दुल्ला इब्न मसऊद रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु साहिबुन नअलैनि वल मिसवाक, he is the rawi that sa'altu an-nabiyya sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that I asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ayyul amali ahabbu ila Allah, that which deed, which action is the most beloved to Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam responded by saying, as-salatu ala waqtiha, to perform the prayer at its appointed time. Yes, to perform the prayer at its appointed time. Thumma ay, then what, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam? And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam then said, qala birrul walidayn, being obedient and kind to your parents. Thumma ayyun, qala al-jihadu fi sabilillah. Then Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mas'ud said, Ya Rasulullah, after being kind to your parents, then which deed is the most beloved to Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala? And Allah Almighty responded by saying, waging jihad in the path of Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala. So 3 things were mentioned. First thing was what? Offering the prayer, the salah, upon its time. So salah has been mentioned first because it is the most virtuous form of any bodily ibadat and worship. And another authentic narration states that salah, yani the 5 daily prayers, is the best action that allows a person to gain closeness to Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala. Namaz na choro. नमाज सिर्फ रमजान विच नहीं, रोजे रखने या नमाज पढ़ने या तिलावत कुरान करने या इबादत करने या तस्बीह पढ़ने या तहलील करने या तहमीद करने नहीं. Namaz is fard in Ramadan, namaz is fard outside of Ramadan as well. Namaz कहता है ना छोड़ो, हमेशा कायम और दायम रहो अपनी नमाज पर. अल्लाह तबारक व तआला हर बंदे की तौफीक अता फरमाए. Agli gal, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and this is the most beloved deed to Allah, to offer the prayer upon its time. Namaz paro, और साथ साथ ये भी मेरा पैगाम है, नसीहत है, in light of these words of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, नमाज सुस्ती ना करो. सुस्ती समझ नहीं हो ना, यानी don't be complacent, don't be negligent in your salah. अपनी salah, अपनी नमाज वक्त पर पढ़ो, आखिरी वक्त पर नहीं. 5 मिनट रहने नमाज ने बस फौरन उठी था, वुजू करी था, 2 सजदे दी था, बस जी up and down नहीं. Take your time over your prayers, take your time over your ablution and your wudu. Yes, walidain ki khidmat straight after the importance of reading salah upon its time. So number 2 is being kind and obedient to the parents. This means that one should strive to please them by doing that which they desire, providing that it is not sinful. And the fact that kindness to parents has been mentioned alongside salah and jihad, this is proof of its importance in Islam. Yes. So we understand from this the importance of obedience to parents, that it has been placed alongside salah and jihad. Yes. Like this, khas or in relation to walidain, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was asked, Sayyidina Abu Huraira radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he says that a man came to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and said, man ahaqqun nasi bi husni sahabati, Ya Rasulullah, Ya Habib Allah, O Messenger of Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who is most deserving of my kind companionship? And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Ummuka, your mother. Then the man said, Thumma man, then who, Ya Rasulullah? Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Ummuka, Your mother. ثم man. Then who, Ya Rasulullah? Third time Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Ummuka, your mother. And then ثم man. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was asked, then who? And Lajpal Nabi Karim Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam responded by saying, Abuka. On the fourth time, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, your father. So 75% of the companionship and the rights belong to the mother, 25% to the father. This is what this Hadith Sharif teaches us. So the Hadith Sharif indicates that a person's love and mercy for his mother should be thrice as much as compared to his father. Because Lajpal Nabi Karim Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam repeated mother 3 times. And the reason for the difference is perhaps that the mother goes through the difficulties and hardships of pregnancy, delivery, breastfeeding, nurturing. These things are exclusive to the walida, the mother. Yeah? And it may also be that due to her weakness and lack of independence, that she has been honored in this way. Yes. So it's important that we understand that our walida, majida, our mother has this great maqam or martaba. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, when asked that who has the greatest right over us, that who is most deserving of our companionship, 3 times Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said mother, once Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said father. And we know the famous narration where Sahabi came and asked the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that, Ya Rasulullah, Ya Habib Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, I want to go on a military expedition and I have come to consult you on this matter. I have come to consult with you. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Hal laka min ummin, that is your mother alive? Ye Sunan al-Nasai Sharif ki riwayat hai, Kitab al-Jihad mein. Na'am ya Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam then said to that Sahabi that, Falzamha, go serve your mother. Innal jannata tahta rijlayha. For indeed Allah has placed paradise under the feet of the mother. Ye walida ka maqam wa martaba hai, that Allah Almighty has placed Jannat, the way to paradise, and through the khidmat of the walida, a guarantee of paradise under the feet of the mother. And the key to paradise is with the father. ये नहीं मतलब जब सिर्फ वालिदा का एहतराम करो, वालिदा का यानी एहतराम करो, उनकी खिदमत करो, नहीं, साथ साथ वालिद का एहतराम भी जरूरी है. वालिद का एहतराम और उनकी खिदमत करना ये भी जरूरी है. Yes, this is what Islam teaches us. So honor your mother and honor your father as well. Yes. एक रिवायत में है, hadith number 319 in Riyadh Al-Saliheen. Sayyidina Anas bin Malik radiyallahu ta'ala anhu is the Ravi. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, the one who desires an expansion in his sustenance and an extension in his life should maintain ties of kinship. فَلْيَصِلْ رَحِمَهُ. Yes. So it's important that walidain ke saath acha saluk, rishtodaro ke saath acha suluk, with your relatives, with your uncles and aunties, have this good relationship. Yes. And maintain the ties of kinship. Maintain the ties of kinship. Yes. There are many ahadith mubarakah in this chapter. And the reality is that waqt bahut thoda hona, mawzu kafi tawil hai. We make dua to Allah tabarak wa ta'ala that Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala allow us to do khidmat of our walidain. That Allah Almighty Jalla wa Ala allow us to serve our walidain, to be obedient to our parents. And the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, وَبِرُّوا آبَاءَكُمْ تَبَرُّكُمْ أَبْنَاؤُكُمْ. Ye tawajjuh se suno. Ye English which we can, what goes around comes around. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, when you be kind to your parents, then your children will be kind to you. When you be kind to your parents, then no doubt your children will be kind to you. So what goes around comes around. Apne walidain ke saath acha suluk aur kirdar karna, this will lead to your children doing acha suluk and kirdar towards you. Yes. So this is an investment. This is an investment which no doubt you will reap the rewards of in the dunya and in the akhirat as well. Nabi Islam said, Ridal Rabbi fi ridal walidi, wa sakhatul Rabbi fi sakhatil walidi. That the pleasure of the Lord lies in the pleasure of your father. Meaning, je baap razi hai na, then Khuda razi hai. If your father is pleased with you, then Allah Almighty is pleased with you. Lekin uska dusra rukh, wa sakhatul Rabbi fi sakhatil walidi. That if your father is not pleased with you, then know that your Lord is displeased with you as well. Yes. और मैं आखिरी हदीस पेश करना, हाँ, ये उसूल बरकत के लिए, no doubt you would have heard this riwayat before, हाँ, and Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma is the Rabi, قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما من ولد بار ينظر إلى والديه نظرة رحمة إلا كتب الله له بكل نظرة حجة مبرورة. Nabi Islam said that there is no obedient son who looks at the face of his mother and father out of mercy and compassion, except that Allah records in his Namai A'mal, in his book of deeds, the reward of an accepted Hajj. Hajj Mabrur, yes, an approved and accepted Hajj. For every time the son looks at the face of his mother and father out of mercy and compassion. आज तो सारे वालिदैन जिंदा है ना, ये वक्त जाया ना करो. आजकल दोस्तों ने पीछे दौड़ने या फलाने फलाने ने पीछे दौड़ने या माल और दौलत ने पीछे दौड़ने या अपनी औलाद पर वो टिकोरी तवज्जो करने या दुरुस्त है प्यारा, ये नहीं मतलब ना करो, लेकिन जो वालिदैन जिंदा उन्हें नाल भी टाइम स्पेंड करो, उन्हें भी खिदमत करो, उन्हें नाल भी अच्छा सलूक पेश करो, उन्हें भी इत्तिबा करो. ये भी जरूरी है, जरूरी है. And then Sahabi Qurban Jaw upon the Sahaba Ikram. Sahabi said, Wa in nazara kulla yawmin mi'ata marratin. That Ya Rasulullah, Ya Habiballah, what if we look at our mother and father's face 100 times a day? Will we still get the reward of 100 accepted Hajj? And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Na'am, Allahu Akbar. That yes, Allah is the greatest. Wa Allahu Akbar wa atyabu. That not only is Allah the greatest, but also Allah is the most good as well. Yes. So apne walidain ki khidmat karo, walidain ki khidmat karo, walidain ki khidmat karo. Yes. Yahi पैगाम है, यही मेरा मुख्तसर यानी नसीहत और advice and guidance. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, जिन्होंने वालिदैन जिंदा, Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala grant them long and healthy lives. Allah Almighty allows to do khidmat of our walidain and earn our place in Jannatul Firdaus. Allah Almighty forgive us for our minor and major sins. Allah Almighty keep us steadfast upon the path of the deen. And Allah Almighty grant us sincerity within our deeds and actions. And जिन्होंने वालिदैन दुनिया तो चले गए ना, खास और हमारे मुहतरम नवीद साहब, जिन्होंने वालिद साहब दुनिया तो चले गए, मेरे वालिद साहब, जिन्होंने वालिदैन चले गए दुनिया तू, दुआ करने या अल्लाह ये बाबरकत अय्याम, शाहे माह रमदान, शहरुल रमदान की बाबरकत अय्याम, ये बाकायदा दुआ मांगने या अल्लाह मेरे हमाद मुख्तार इरफानी कादरी साहब, जिन्होंने वालिदा माजिदा चंद साल पहले अल्लाह ने प्यारे हुए. We make dua for all of our walidain, जिन्होंने वालिदैन चले गए दुनिया तू, Ya Allah, we make dua that raise their darajat in the akhirat. Grant them the highest maqam in Jannatul Firdaus. Ya Allah, we make dua that if our parents are suffering in the grave, remove their suffering for them and alleviate their difficulties and hardships for them. हमारे बहुत ही प्यारे नवीद साहब इस माह रमजान में काफी खिदमात की थी ने, खास तौर ये प्रोग्राम हर रोज 2, 3, 4, 5 प्रोग्राम. या अल्लाह इन्होंने खिदमात अपने बारगाह में कबूल करो. Ya Allah, we ask of you that forgive us for our minor and major sins. Allahumma innaka afuwun kareemun, tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna, tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna, tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna, ya Ghafoor, ya Azizu, ya Jabbar, ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram. आज रात बाबरकत रात है, 27वीं वाली रात, 27th night पूरी कोशिश करो, इबादत करो, दुआ मांगो, तौबा करो. Try to shed at least one tear in the court of Allah Almighty Jalla wa'ala. आज शामी गालिबन प्रोग्राम भी होसी नवीद साउंड यूके पर 10 बजे प्रोग्राम शुरू होसी. काफी यानी इस तरीके ना नौजवान नात खान हजरात और उलमाए कराम इस प्रोग्राम विच शामिल होसन, शरीक होसन. पूरी कोशिश करो that you watch this program. अल्लाह तबारक व तआला इज्जत देन, बरकत देन. आमीन बिजाहि नबी करीम व सल्लल्लाहु तआला अला हबीबिही मुहम्मद व आलिहि व अस्हाबिही अजमईन बिरहमतिका या अरहमर राहिमीन. अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि तआला व बरकातुहू.